Each second, each minute, each hour, gone forever. Time waits for no one, my friends. It marches on relentlessly, indifferent to our hopes, our dreams, our excuses. Let me ask you a question. If you could go back in time 5 years, what would you do differently? Would you have started that business? Would you have told that special someone how you felt? Would you have taken better care of your health? Now, imagine yourself 5 years from now, looking back at today. What decisions can you make right now that your future self will thank you for? Time is the great equalizer. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, whether we're a billionaire entrepreneur or just starting out. It's not about having more time. It's about making the most of them we have. And that starts with understanding a fundamental truth. Time is your most precious resource. Think about it. You can always make more money. You can always buy more stuff, but you can never, ever buy more time. Once it's gone forever. That's why it's crucial to treat every moment as the invaluable gift that it is. I know what some of you might be thinking, but I am so busy, I do not have time for anything else. Let me tell you something. Being busy and being productive are two entirely different things. In fact, busyness is often a form of laziness. It's easy to fill our days with meaningless tasks, to react to every ping and notification, to let others dictate our schedules. But that's not living, that's existing. True productivity, true success comes from taking control of your time. It comes from having the courage to say no to the unimportant so you can say yes to what truly matters. It comes from aligning your daily actions with your long-term goals and values. So how do we do this? How do we master our time instead of letting it master us? Let me share with you 5 powerful strategies that have helped countless individuals transform their lives and achieve extraordinary success. The first step in mastering your time is getting crystal clear on what you want. You wouldn't set out on a journey without knowing your destination, would you? Yet so many people drift through life without a clear vision of where they want to go. Visualize your ideal life 5 years from now. What does it look like? What have you accomplished? How do you feel? Make it as vivid and detailed as possible. Write it down, all of it. Your career goals, your financial aspirations, your health objectives, your relationship ideals. Be specific. Instead of saying, I want to be rich, say, I want to have a net worth of $5 million by December 31, 2026. Instead of saying, I want to be in shape, say, I want to run a marathon in under 4 hours by my 40th birthday. This clarity is your compass. It will guide every decision you make, every action you take. When you are crystal clear on what you want, you will find it much easier to prioritize your time and energy. Benjamin Franklin once said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. This couldn't be more true when it comes to time management. The most successful people in the world do not leave their days to chance. They plan meticulously. Every evening, take 10-15 minutes to plan out the next day. List your top 3-5 priorities, the tasks that will move you closer to your big goals. Schedule them into your day, preferably during your peak energy hours. But do not stop there. Take it a step further. At the start of each week, review your goals and plan out your key activities for the week. At the start of each month, do a monthly review and planning session. And yes, at the start of each year, set aside a full day to reflect on the past year and plan for the next. That seemed like a lot of planning, but remember, spent planning save hours in execution. When you have a clear plan, you will waste less time on indecision and procrastination. You will move through your day with purpose and focus. Want to know a secret shared by almost all high achievers? They are early risers. They understand the power of those quiet morning hours before the rest of the world wakes up. For the next 30 days, commit to waking up 1 hour earlier than you usually do. Use this time for what I call your hour of power. 20 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of reading, and 20 minutes of planning or meditation. This simple habit can transform your life. You will start each day feeling energized, informed, and focused. You will be proactive rather than reactive. And over time, this 1 extra hour a day adds up to 15 extra days per year of productive time. Have you heard of the principle? It states that roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. In time management, this means that 80% of your results come from 20% of your activities. Your job is to identify that crucial 20% and focus relentlessly on it. What are the few key activities in your work and personal life that drive the majority of your results? These are your high leverage activities. For a salesperson, it might be prospecting and closing deals. For a writer, it might be actually writing, not endlessly researching. For a CEO, it might be setting strategy and building key relationships. Once you have identified these activities, guard your time fiercely to ensure you are dedicating enough hours to them. Delegate, eliminate, or minimize everything else. In our hyper-connected world, multitasking has become the norm. But here's the truth. Multitasking is a myth. What we call multitasking is really just rapid task switching and is killing our productivity. Every time you switch tasks, checking email in the middle of a project, answering a text while reading, jumping between multiple open browser tabs, you incur a cognitive switching penalty. Your brain needs time to refocus, and these constant switches can reduce your productivity by up to 40%. Instead, practice single tasking. When you're working on an important task, close your email, put your phone on silent, and focus solely on that task for a set period of time. You will be amazed at how much more you can accomplish. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method, 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break. This balance of intense focus and regular breaks can dramatically increase your productivity while reducing mental fatigue. These strategies are powerful, but they are useless without one crucial ingredient: action. Knowledge is not power. It's potential power. It's only when you apply what you know that you will see results. So let me challenge you right now. Do not let this be just another motivational speech you listen to and then forget. Choose one of these strategies, just one, and commit to implementing it for the next 30 days. Write it down. Tell someone about it. Make it real. Remember, success is not an accident. It's the result of small, consistent actions taken day after day, week after week, year after year. It's about making the most of every moment, understanding that each tick of the clock is an opportunity to move closer to your dreams. Think about the great achievements throughout history. The pyramids weren't built in a day. Great novels weren't written in a single sitting. Olympic athletes do not become champions overnight. These accomplishments were the result of consistent effort over time. The same principle applies to your life, your goals, your dreams. Every day you are either moving closer to your goals or further away. There is no standing still. Time does not allow for that luxury. So ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to live? What legacy do you want to leave behind? These aren't just philosophical questions. They are practical ones that should inform how you spend your time every single day. Are you spending your time in a way that aligns with your values and goals? Are you investing in your skills, your relationships, your health, or are you letting precious hours slip away on activities that do not serve your higher purpose? It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, I will do it tomorrow, or I will start next week. But remember, tomorrow is promised to no one. Next week may never come. All we have is right now, this moment. And in this moment, you have a choice. You can choose to take action, to make a change, to start moving in the direction of your dreams. Or you can choose to stay where you are, to keep doing what you have always done, to let another day slip by without progress. The choice is yours. But know this, time will pass either way. 5 years from now, you will arrive. The question is, where will you arrive? Will you be closer to your goals, or will you be in the exact same place you are today, wondering where the time went? Let me share a personal story with you. Years ago, I met a man named Tom. Tom was in his late 50s, and he had spent his entire life working a job he hated. He had always dreamed of starting his own business, but he always had an excuse. I am too busy. It's not the right time. I will do it when the kids are older. One day, Tom had a health scare. It wasn't anything serious, but it was enough to shake him up. He realized that he had been putting off his dreams for decades, always waiting for the perfect moment that never came. That day, Tom made a decision. He decided that he was done waiting. He started his business on the side, working evenings and weekends. It wasn't easy. There were times he wanted to give up, but he persevered. 2 years later, I ran into Tom again. The transformation was incredible. He had quit his job and was running his business full-time, but more than that, he was alive in a way I had never seen before. His eyes sparkled with purpose and passion. Tom told me something I will never forget. He said, I wasted 30 years waiting for the right time. But you know what? There is no right time. There is only now. Tom's story is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to start, but it's always too late to wait. Whatever your dream is, starting a business, writing a book, learning a new skill, repairing a relationship. The time to start is now. But starting is not enough. You need to persist. You need to push through the inevitable obstacles and setbacks. You need to keep going when motivation fades and discipline must take over. Success is not about never falling down. It's about getting up one more time than you fall. It's about learning from your failures and using them as stepping stones to your success. Every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. Embrace these moments. They're the forge in which your success is created. Always keep in mind the bigger picture. It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind and lose sight of why you are doing what you're doing. Regularly remind yourself of your goals, your dreams, your purpose. Visualize your success. Feel it. Believe in it with every fiber of your being. Your belief, combined with consistent action, will move mountains. But do not just focus on the destination. Learn to love the journey. Find joy in the process of growth and improvement. Celebrate your small wins along the way. They are the fuel that will keep you going when times get tough. And times will get tough. There will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when your goals seem impossibly far away. On these days, remember why you started. Remember the person you are becoming, the life you are creating, the impact you are making. You have greatness within you. You have the power to create an extraordinary life. But that power exists only in the present moment, not yesterday, which is gone forever, not tomorrow, which is never guaranteed, only now. So I ask you, what will you do with this moment? Will you let it slip away, or will you seize it with both hands and make it count? The clock is ticking. Time waits for no one. But time is on your side if you choose to make it so. Every second is a gift, an opportunity, a chance to move closer to your dreams. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Do not wish for less challenges. Wish for more wisdom. Do not hope for an easy life. Develop the strength to enjoy a challenging one. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. 5 years from now, you will be thankful you did. Take that first step. Make that call. Write that first page. Have that difficult conversation. Sign up for that class. Whatever it is that you've been putting off, do it now. Your future self is watching you right now, cheering you on, hoping you will make the decision that will change everything. Time is passing, but it's not too late. It's never too late to become the person you were meant to be, to create the life you have always dreamed of. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Remember, time waits for no one, but it's always on the side of those who dare to dream, who have the courage to act, and who persist in the face of all odds. Will you rise to the challenge of your dreams, or will you shrink back into the comfort of mediocrity? The choice, as always, is yours. But let me tell you something, the world needs you. It needs your unique talents, your special gifts, your particular perspective. There is a reason you are here right now. In this moment, you have a purpose, calling that only you can fulfill. Think about the great innovators and leaders throughout history. They weren't superhuman. They did not have more hours in their day than you do. What set them apart was their unwavering commitment to making the most of every moment they had. Einstein did not just stumble upon the theory of relativity. He dedicated countless hours to deep, focused work. Martin Luther King Jr. did not change the course of history by accident. He used his time to plan, to speak, to inspire, to act. Mother Teresa did not transform the lives of thousands by wishing for it. She devoted every waking hour to her mission of compassion. These individuals understood a fundamental truth. Greatness is not born, it's created, and it's created one decision, one action, one moment at a time. So I ask you again, what will you do with your time? Will you invest it in your education, constantly learning and growing? In this rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and adapt is not just an advantage, it's a necessity. Every book you read, every course you take, every new skill you acquire is an investment in your future. It's a compound interest for your mind. Or will you invest your time in your relationships, in building deep, meaningful connections with others? Never forget that at the end of our lives. It's not our bank accounts or our job titles that we'll remember. It's the moments we shared with those we love, the lives we touched, the difference we made. Perhaps you will invest your time in your health. After all, without health, nothing else matters. Every workout, every nutritious meal, and every good night's sleep is a deposit in the bank of your future well-being. And the dividends, energy, vitality, longevity, The ability to fully enjoy all that life has to offer. Or maybe you will use your time to create, to innovate, to solve problems. The world faces unprecedented challenges, but with those challenges come unprecedented opportunities. Climate change, poverty, disease. These are not insurmountable obstacles. They are invitations for human ingenuity and determination. And who knows, the solution to one of these global issues might be locked away in your mind, waiting for you to invest the time to bring it to life. The beauty of time is that it's democratic. We all have the same amount. It does not discriminate based on race, gender, or social status. It's the great equalizer. And that means that right now, in this moment, you have just as much opportunity as anyone else to make a difference, to create something meaningful, to change your life and the lives of others. Time is also unforgiving. It does not care about your excuses. It does not slow down when you're not ready. It does not stop when you need a break. It marches on relentlessly, unwaveringly. That's why the most successful people in the world are masters of time management. They understand that managing time is really about managing yourself. It's about having the discipline to do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's about saying no to the good so you can say yes to the great. It's about ruthlessly eliminating distractions and focusing on what truly matters. It's about understanding that every yes is a no to something else and choosing your yeses wisely. So how will you manage your time? Will you let it slip away on mindless entertainment and trivial pursuits? Or will you harness its power to create, to grow, to make a difference? You do not need more time. You have all the time there is. What you need is a clear vision of what you want to achieve and the determination to use your time to make it happen. Imagine for a moment that you only had 1 year left to live. How would you spend your time? What would suddenly become important? What would you stop doing immediately? Now here's the thing. None of us know how much time we have left. A year, a decade, half a century. It's all uncertain. So why not live each day with the same sense of purpose and urgency as if it were your last year? This does not mean living recklessly or without joy. On the contrary, it means living fully, squeezing every drop of potential out of each moment. It means savoring your experiences, cherishing your relationships, and pursuing your passions with everything you have got. It means understanding that time is not just a measure of duration, but a measure of life itself. How we spend our time is how we spend our lives. Every minute wasted is a minute of life unlived. Every hour invested wisely is an hour of life enriched. So I challenge you to think differently about time from this moment forward. Do not see it as something to kill or pass. See it as the precious, non-renewable resource that it is. See it as the raw material from which you can craft a remarkable life. Start treating time with the respect it deserves. Guard it jealously. Invest it wisely. Use it to create value for yourself and for others, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about using the time we have to make a positive difference in the world. It's about leaving a legacy. And your legacy is not something that only comes into play after you are gone. You are creating it right now with every passing second. Every choice you make, every action you take, every word you speak is shaping your legacy. So what legacy will you create with your time? Will it be one of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential? Or will it be one of courage, of growth, of positive impact? The good news is, it's not too late to change course. No matter where you are in life, no matter how much time you feel you have wasted in the past, you can make a new choice right now. You can decide in this very moment to use your time more purposefully. Start by clarifying your values and priorities. What really matters to you? What do you want to achieve in this lifetime? Once you have clarity on these big questions, aligning your use of time becomes much easier. Then, create a vision for your ideal future. Where do you want to be in 5 years? In 10 years? In 20? Make this vision as detailed and vivid as possible. Feel it, see it, believe in it with every fiber of your being. This vision will be your North Star, guiding your daily decisions and actions. Set clear, specific goals that will move you towards this vision. Break these goals down into actionable steps. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Your plan is your roadmap for investing your time wisely. But do not stop there. Develop systems and habits that support your goals. Because while goals are important, it's your daily habits that will ultimately determine your success. A small action, repeated consistently over time, can create extraordinary results. Remember to be patient with yourself. Real lasting change takes time. You won't transform your life overnight. But with consistent effort and wise use of your time, you can create remarkable changes over weeks, months, and years. Also, do not forget to celebrate your progress along the way. Every small win, every milestone achieved is proof that you are making good use of your time. These celebrations will fuel your motivation and reinforce your commitment to living with purpose and intention. Lastly, remember that it's not just about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Sometimes the wisest use of your time might be to rest, to reflect, to simply be. Do not confuse busyness with effectiveness. True productivity is not about filling every moment with activity, but about touching each moment with full awareness and purposeful intent. Your time is the canvas upon which you paint the masterpiece of your life. Every second is a brushstroke. Some will be bold and dramatic, others subtle and nuanced. But each one contributes to the overall picture. So I ask you one final time, what will you do with your time? How will you use this gift, this opportunity, this precious resource that is given to you anew each morning? Will you use it to grow, to love, to create, to serve? Will you use it to bring more light into the world, to lift others up, to make a positive difference?